Hello Anashe, and welcome to this book review. This time I'm reviewing Threading the Mill, Practical Craftworking in Modern Traditional Witchcraft by Nigel G. Pearson. This one. Now, this was for many years only available through the Capelban publishing house, which people had trouble to get this, even though it's a brilliant book. Yes, it's a spoiler for the entire movie, for this entire thing. It's a brilliant book. And now Troy Books published it in a hardcover. So you can try and get those soft covers, or you can get the hardcover that has actual pictures in there. Now, first of all, I want to say, Nigel G. Pearson, you're amazing. You're really, really amazing. If you're somehow watching this video, I think that your book is basically the cherry of traditional British witchcraft. In the style, in the sense, in the information given. It's something that I'm really not a green beginner here. I'm really not someone that's just starting out. But I think that, practicality, I found a lot, I found like these chapters and cherry pickings of information and processes that you give simply marvelous, and I really want more. I would really want you to publish your own spell book. This is not a spell book. This is like, a beginner how to traditional British witchcraft. Let's begin. Now, let's see what's in the index. Hollowing the compass, casting a circle. He gives you two techniques, both of them brilliant. The second is wand crafting. And I think that there wasn't enough texts actually being given in contemporary texts about how to make and use your wand. And the ones that you did see were very flimsy, or they weren't very well made. And it gets into a wonderful discussion. Should you use live wood? Should you use dead wood? What should you give to the wood in return? How you can preserve the wood using beeswax and natural materials and not just putting a layer of lacquer. All sorts of things. Even though, you can probably make your own lacquer the old-fashioned way, from digested resin of beetles. Raising the cup. In the Raising the Cup, he gives you recipes of your own alcohol. Mead, elderberry wine, strawberry wine, the goods. Spellcasting. That chapter was far too short. Entering the Twilight. This is trance and basically his version of astral projections and journeying. Spirit walking. Your connections with spirits and approaching the powers, the gods and the goddess. And also I've selected bibliography and suggested movie lists. And that's the only thing that I actually have problem with. He has some things in the selection here that weren't carefully chosen. But it could be that Capelban wanted to push their own books on other people, so they forced him to choose books from their publishing that wasn't as great as this one. Now, let's choose a wonderful example of a spell. Let me read to you a spell. Because, the spells, he gives you, for instance, gives you some. Okay, I want to look for the travel protection spell. It's simply marvelous, and honestly, it has this beautiful, frugal, lyrical thing that, that really, okay. A spell for protection while on a journey. Okay, it goes like this. Assembles the required herbs, fresh or dried, in an earthenware bowl. Run your finger through them and mix them all well while reciting the following charm. Knit bone words from breaks and sprains. Flax preserve the purse. Elf dog gods from shafts and barbs. Huron circles round. Trefoil keeps the wearer safe. Ringo brings the luck. Binding all with good intent, and seal and safe road charm. Okay, and here he gives the true name or the magical name of all the herbs within. He also tells you which herbs are there, so you won't stay confused. And it tells you, you know, touch the herbs, feel the herbs, send your energy to the herbs. And hold your hands over a bowl for a few minutes and infuse the herbs with power. Separate into 2 parts. Place 1 part into a red cloth bag tied with red thread and keep about the person on the journey. Grind the second part down and use as incense. Sense the person going on a journey as they depart. And you know what? This is frugal, this is good, this is something you can do and gives you both a charm and an incense. And you know, I find this very productive. It's not like, you know, mix all those herbs in a tiny vial, use a drop of it when you need it necessarily. You know, it's very, very wholesome. Okay, and it says neat bone is comfrey, flax is linseed, elf dog is elk campaign, Huron is wholehound, trefoil, clover, eringo, eringium. Now, if you can get those, you know, you can make your own charm, because this is basically a basic charm that you can use for your own things. And yes, I know it might seem in the first while very similar to other things that other people talked about, but it's really very well made. It also gives you all sorts of recipes for salves, for divination and astral projection. And you know, I think he's covering in this book all the bases with none of the bullshit, with none of the bad history, without of, you know, trying to look all pure. You know, he actually gives you recipes for wines here, like I said. He also about very much in connection to nature. And so I give and this taught me way more than just 3 things. So, you know, gets 5 stars. Treading the Mill, Practical Craft Working in Modern Traditional Witchcraft by Nigel G. Pearson. And let me read you the back. Starting explanation definition of the book goes on to contain the crafting of the compass, introduction, crafting the compass, tools, calling directions, conduct of the rite, closing statements and thanks, honoring the directions, opening and dismissing the compass, place of working, and examples. And examples are very important that you don't see enough of them. Wand crafting. What is a wand? Aspect of traditional tree lore, dryads, types of wood, tree properties and attributes, cutting tree for magical purposes, creating your wand, finishing off your wand, and a hallowing rite. 3. Raising the cup. Introduction. The cup, raising the cups, wines, the recipes, other brews. 4. Entering the twilights. Techniques and focus, concentration, visualization, raising energy, trance work, and projection. 5. Spell crafting. What is a spell? Charms and chants, herbal magic, word cunning, simples, potions, oils, and lotions, elemental and nature magic, on collection plant materials and magical use. 6. Spirit walking. Introduction, spirits of the natural world, spirits of home and hearth, concerning familiars, the fetch, body, and the ancestors, the mighty dead, the elfin kind and fairy folk. 7. Approaching the powers. Introduction, the god, king of the woodlands, lords of the mount, master of night, the goddess, bright queen, and dark queen. So I find this a very good rewarding book. So if you need like something for beginners, or if you need something for more advanced people, you know, and you want something specifically British, you want the British flavor, you want to feel what it was like, and you're interested in crafting your own drinks, your own wines, if you're a crafty witch, it's a good enhancing read. And this is a training book. It's a basic training book, but it's very good, and I think that we are missing out on books like that. Okay, dearies, this is it. Goodbye and Ashe.